How's it going, boys? Johnny Superb Man here, and I want to bring you another quick update video for GM mode. I already brought you guys a video showing you some of the new features, but I found some more new features, and I want to get right into it, okay? So here we go. First up, more point per game players. At the end of the regular season, I've done a few simulations, and I always see if, like, 3, 4, 5 players with 82 points or more, which is nice. You're still going to see Ovechkin and Stamkos sometimes down there, which sucks, but I've seen more point per game players, okay? Next up, Menu Message Center now shows a lot more info. It'll show retirements, it'll show awards, okay, and it shows them in like tweet form, which is kind of cool. Prospect game overall check. Now once you play the prospect game or you sim past it, you can go to GM options, go to prospect game, and look at the stats for the game, but in the top left corner, it also shows the overalls for every one of those players. So you can use this screen to help scout for the upcoming draft, which is quite nice. The Winnipeg retirement glitch is fixed. Now Winnipeg is at the bottom of an alphabetical list, okay? Star players don't ask for like an arm and a leg. I haven't done enough yet to figure out every player, but for example, Phil Kessel, he used to ask for like 9-10 million. Now he's only asking for 6.5, which is nice, okay? You can save a little bit of cap there, but again, that could change based on GM difficulty. The resign stage, the 15% reduction for resign is still there, okay? Basically, all you got to do is whatever asking price the player has, multiply that by 0.85, and there you go. That's how much you can offer him. That was how it was in NHL 13, and from what I can see, it's the same for NHL 14. Again, it may change for GM difficulty, but so far, 15% seems to work. Another thing, when you're doing the simulation, your scout will go out if ignored. If you choose to ignore your scout and not send him out, he'll automatically go to America, Canada, Sweden, doesn't matter, right? Which is good in theory, but I've noticed now simming a few times, because he only goes out for a week, he'll come back and he'll keep on pestering you, right? So you're going to have to be pressing that A button every week or two, which it's not the end of the world, but I'm used to GM mode where once I get past the first month, I know I only have 3 pauses coming up, you know, the All-Star game, trade deadline, and at the end of the season, you know, I'm used to that. Now I have to keep focused on GM mode, pressing A every week or so instead of being able to watch a video, you know? So it makes sense in theory, the scouts going out, but I don't like having to press A every week, okay? So I don't know what to make of that. You guys can weigh in on that. And last but not least, I made a mistake. In the last video, I said that player growth, the player progression, it happens throughout the regular season, and it still does, but they also grow during the off season, okay? They get a bump. Now, I don't know exactly where this happens throughout free agency, okay? But I do know at some point during free agency, or maybe when it does the switch over to the next year, they get a bump. I don't know if it has to do with their star rating, if they had a good season or not, but they grow throughout the regular season, and then they get a bump going into next year. Now, think about this. This is kind of cool because say you have a young rookie who had his first really good year, right? Now when you get to the draft and the contract screen, he hasn't had that huge jump just yet where you're paying him $7 million because he had one 30-goal season, right? He's going to stay the same. You can re-sign him. You can sign free agents. You can trade, and then when you go into the next season, then he gets the jump. So you can sign a guy for like $3 million, he gets a jump and he's playing like a $5 million player, okay? Again, I don't know if this is good, I don't know if this is bad, I'm sure you guys will weigh in, but player growth, just letting you know, it happens throughout the year, and then they also get a jump going into sometime during free agency or making the jump to the next year, okay? So there you go, boys. I just wanted to give you a quick update video. Look for some more as I find out more about this game. Trust me about that, alright? For Johnny Superb Man and the Great Domsky, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.